Hey, welcome to episode 1 of the Peak Signing Agents podcast. I am your host, Derek Van Otten, or you can call me by my initials like most of my friends, DVO. And I'm so excited to do this podcast for you guys. Real quick, I want the first 2 episodes I probably want to release really quick because this first episode is basically going to be my welcome episode about why am I creating this podcast, who is this podcast for, and who the hell am I to bring a podcast to you like this, all right? And then the second episode will be my journey so far as a signing agent, from the time I started part-time to when I went full-time, when I started making 6 figures, and when I started my signing service. So I hope this podcast brings great value to you. I am recording this on every podcast platform, so you should be able to find it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, whatever you like. I should be there, and if I'm not there, let me know. I'll get it to you. I'm also recording this on video platforms, so you can watch this on my YouTube channel. My signing service YouTube channel is but Peak Signing. You should be able to find me there. But actually, all my social media, you will be able to find me, whether it's Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. It is at Peak Signing. That's my signing service. Or you can find me personally there at D Van Otten. You can find me there. I will put all that in the description along with links to find those. And I hope this provides you great value. I am recording these, like I said, but I'll be doing it from the back of my mobile office. My mobile office, in my opinion, is pretty epic. And maybe that will be episode 3. Maybe I'll talk about mobile offices. I have been featured on Mark Will's loan signing system about my mobile office, and you can check out that. I'll probably put the links for that as well. And I just want to share with you guys some tips and great information so that you can become peak signing agents. All right. I get calls all the time from people all over the country who are either just starting as a signing agent, or they're interested in becoming a signing agent and the kind of steps involved. And I get calls from people who want to reach the next level. They want to become peak signing agents. So I thought maybe this is what this podcast is for. Those people. Also, if you're an escrow officer, if you're an escrow assistant, this podcast is for you, because I want to provide everyone with information on how to provide peak service to our customers. Our customers are the signers. They're the realtors. They're the mortgage officers. They're the escrow and title officers. Those are our clients. And I want to provide peak service to them, because if I can give you guys tips and information, that benefits us all as a community. Because if we can provide peak service, then our customers will be elated. They'll be excited to hire us. They will feel confident knowing that they have a peak signing agent visiting their customers. And that's what they want. That's why they want to hire us. We're an extension to them. And so that is why I'm creating this podcast, so you guys can become the best, the elite, the peak. All right. When I say peak, I'm not talking about peekaboo over here. All right. I'm talking about the mountain peak. I'm talking about the pinnacle. I'm talking about the best of the best. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I want you guys to get to. Now, let me end this episode, this little first one here, with my first tip for you. And I'm a big believer in self-improvement. I feel it's so important to constantly be self-improving. So if you're a road warrior like me, meaning we're on the road a lot, we're putting a lot of miles on our vehicle, we're driving to appointments, we're driving 30 minutes, an hour, one way to go help someone sign their documents. And sometimes you feel alone as well, okay? So my tip number 1 is find podcasts, find audiobooks that will help you to improve. And I'm talking about either improving your skill set, whether you're listening to this podcast. There's actually other signing agent podcasts out there. And if you download those and listen to those as you're driving, if you find books that help you, helps you become a great leader, a great parent, a great friend, a great entrepreneur, find these books, find these audiobooks that you can listen to while you drive. Number 1, it helps you so you don't feel so alone, all right? But also, you're putting on many miles. You're in the car a lot. And if you're not yet, you will be, all right? When you listen to this podcast, you will be getting a lot of business, and you will be on the road a lot. And this will help you gain muscle power in your brain. all right? You need to exercise your body. You need to exercise your brain. And so it's important to do that. I'm a big believer in doing that. Podcasts are free. So, I mean, dive in. If you're looking for suggestions, let me know. Contact me. I'll give you some suggestions on podcasts I think you'll like to help you. Also, there's tons of audiobooks. Audible is a great app that provides audiobooks for you. Invest in yourself. That's the best investment you can make, is in yourself. And there's so many training courses. There's so many signing agent training courses out there that you can be listening to while you're driving. You don't need to watch them, but you can be listening to them while you drive. All right. And you're just self-improving. So my first tip for you is self-improve. And listen to audiobooks, listen to podcasts, listen to training courses. Now, if you're not used to this, if you haven't done this before, I'll tell you right now, it's a little difficult in the beginning. All right, it is difficult because if you're like me, my mind tends to wander. I start thinking about my next appointment. I start thinking about how are the kids in school? What's my spouse doing? What's going to be for dinner when I get home, right? These things start racing through my mind sometimes. And I kind of lose track of what I'm listening to. So here's the next tip. There's a rewind button, all right? Hit that rewind button. It's going to be normal. If you're not used to listening to podcasts and audiobooks, it's going to be normal that your brain will start to wander. You're not used to that. But as with any skill, you will get better at it. And for me now, I've been listening to audiobooks and podcasts for many years. So now when I listen to music, it's very awkward for me. I feel like I'm wasting my time. And, music and TV can be a time killer. So self-improve, listen to these things. It will be difficult in the beginning if you're not used to it, and that's okay. Hit the rewind button and then re-listen to it. It's okay. You're not going to retain everything anyway the first time when you listen to something. You should listen to the same thing multiple times anyway. That will help the retention of the information you're getting. And also it's fun because then you don't feel like you're alone. There's so many times I'm listening to podcasts and they say a joke and I'm laughing out loud in my vehicle and I don't feel so alone. So that's also fun as well. Now, I'll be honest with you, just like when you exercise, you need to rest your body. Same with listening to audiobooks and podcasts. You need to rest your brain a little bit as well. So I'm not going to lie. When it comes to maybe Friday at the end of the day, I'm going to start listening to other fun podcasts that I find that are fun and enjoyable to listen to, or I might start listening to some music as well. What I like to listen to personally is reggae music. I'm a big fan of reggae music. Reggae music is usually pretty uplifting, is pretty positive, is pretty relaxing. So it just puts me in a good mood myself. So when I start listening to some music, I like to put in some reggae. So if you're looking for some music tips on what to listen to kind of put you at ease, calm you down, make you feel good, I recommend reggae music. All right. It's fun. It's enjoyable. So anyway, this is episode 1. I hope you guys found it beneficial. If you did, please share it. Please tell everyone about it. The best way that you can reciprocate to me. So if you find value in this podcast or this YouTube channel, the best thing that you can do to reciprocate it back to me is subscribe and follow. All right. And then download every episode and then share it. That's the best way to reciprocate that you enjoyed it to me. All right. Thanks for listening to episode 1, and then watch out for episode 2 coming up.